Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It appears to have snowed last night. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. So, Tuesday morning, we have snow. We have good classic rock and roll playing on the side. This is all very, very good. Yeah. Yeah, so today I'm not really going to focus because it's kind of early. I am going to say, though, that public transit is a public good, and public health care is a public good, and we need both of these things. And if you vote for conservatives, you better make sure you have a private automobile of some sort, and B, enough money to afford private health care, because that's what the conservatives want for you. Now, admittedly, the liberals are not much better, but yeah, the conservatives are incredibly bad for you. They're bad for everybody. If you're not a multimillionaire, the conservatives don't want you to live, to put it very simply. Yeah. And the liberals, again, as I said, not much better. NDP and other socialist parties might be your best bet. You should definitely look into them. Anything that is even a little bit socialist is better than the absolute ultra-capitalism of the liberals and conservatives. Public health care, public transit. Because, let's be honest, privatization is unsustainable. And the stratification of our cities and the creation of cars-only zones, drive-through restaurants where if you're not in a car, you just don't get served. This is bad. The fact that our society is so car-centric rather than people-centric is bad. And I'm inclined to agree with young Ms. Greta Thunberg that we need a more people-friendly society. Now, she's young, she's angry, she hasn't actually figured out the details of how it's going to be done, but she made a valid point. Creating a car-centric society has given us nothing but harm. It has devastated us collectively as a species, as a population. And we need to get away from car-centric society and become more people-centric. And yeah, public health care as well. Again, people-centric. A public good that benefits everybody. Yeah. More Jerry Rafferty. Yeah. Gotta love Jerry Rafferty. Good, classic 1970s rock and roll music. Yeah. Anywho, yeah. So public health care and public transit are public goods that must be encouraged, and the private automobile and the for-profit capitalist system as a whole are things that need to be gotten rid of. We've done the capitalist experiment, And the result is teeming masses of homeless people, young people struggling with the gig economy. The concept of the side hustle as a way of survival. Changes are necessary because we have created a completely unsustainable world. We've created a world that is killing us. It is killing our children. It is killing our grandchildren. And we need to make some changes. We need to make those changes yesterday. But we can't. So we're going to have to do the next best thing and make those changes today. Because the longer we wait, the worse it's going to get and the harder it's going to be to recover. And we have people like Justin Trudeau and Joe Biden who wear the shirt of liberalism to cover a conservative heart that refuses to make the necessary changes. And conversely, we have demons like Pierre Poilievre and Rick DeSantis, who, if given power, will drag the world into hell with their notions of total unrestricted capitalism and the use of racism as a way to deflect public attention away from the harm done by that racism, by that capitalism. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. It's early. It's not even 7 a.m. I'm not done my first tea, so I'm allowed to confuse words here, okay? I'm allowed. But yes, racism as a tool for covering up and excusing the failures of capitalism is not new, but it is something that Poilievre will embrace because, well, let's face it, it's the conservative formula at this point. And that's not to say that all conservatives are bad people or bigots, but all their leadership is, and far too many of their people are, bigots, racists, and people who would rather destroy the world than allow even the smallest benefit go to somebody who doesn't have the same complexion that they do. Yeah. And whether they are melanin deficient or melanin enriched and in denial, the fact remains that they do not consider any degree of melanin to be a good thing. And neither do they consider any degree of socialism to be tolerable. And they are going to take us to hell if we let them. If we let them. Which brings us back to public health care and public transit, which again, I reiterate, are public goods. This is a good for the public, and we can either embrace them or we can die in agony from treatable cancers that we didn't get treated because we couldn't afford to get them treated. Flip a coin here, but if you have less than $1 million in your bank account, you do not benefit from conservatism. You just fucking don't. Yeah, so, anyway. Take care, be well, stay safe. Love yous all. Ugh. Put on some classic rock and roll and dream about a better world for everybody. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. We're all in this together.